Hey there, I just made this video. The reason I made this video is because I'm a pretty epic guy. I have a lot of cool ideas. I work out, okay, and I'm working on a business, and I just graduated, and I got a lot of fun, interesting, unique ideas. And I find that when I go and I talk to my friends about my ideas, that sometimes they say, Alex, I'm getting really, really bored of listening to you ramble for hours and hours and hours. So I figured it's time for me to start a YouTube channel because I have way more interesting things to talk about than all of these other people. Okay, like I know a lot about philosophy, I know a lot about economics. I'm an econ undergrad. I know a lot about politics, philosophy, science. I love all the science stuff, and I love how it all meshes together in this world. I love having disparate ideas come together, coming up with new theories, coming up with manifestos, and I'm just a pretty cool guy. And I'm starting a business right now. It's a networking app, and hopefully, I will talk about ideas on this channel and they will interest some people. Sometimes I'm on the YouTube and I'm clicking on all these different people and they're talking about things and it really interests me. And then I sort of sometimes get sucked into looking at their product, even if I don't end up buying it. So that's the point. I'm going to make this video and I'm going to spew the information in my head and I'm going to program your head, okay, you personally, and you're going to start believing what I believe. And then you're going to enter my worldview and then you're going to, purchase my product, help me build things, and I will be a media controller. Okay, that is an important goal in life, and so that's what I'm doing with this video. So I guess let me talk about who I am. So I think I'm a person who is really, really driven on some major goals that I have, because I sort of think that there's really no point in living in life if you're not going after really, really big goals. I sometimes struggle to understand the average person because I remember back in high school for me, I was just kind of playing video games with my friends and sort of hanging out and whatever. And I can't really say that it was uncomfortable to do that sort of stuff. Like, it's probably pretty comfortable. But what I noticed is it was all sort of painful. You know what I mean? Like, you need to drink water, and so your body makes you feel pain. You need to eat, so your body makes you feel hunger, which is pain. You need to go to the washroom, that's painful. Maybe people don't recognize you for whatever you want to be recognized by, and that's really painful as well. And it's like, it's all just pain, really. You only have a few moments of life where you're just like happy. Like if you just sip some water and you haven't drank any for a while, that was 3 hours of pain while you were thirsty, and then you get like 1 second of that happiness of drinking water, right? So if you're not working in life on a really, really big goal that you would sort of sacrifice your life for, sacrifice anything for, or like a couple big goals, like having a family, having a legacy, experiencing specific great experiences that you want to experience, pushing humanity into the stars, okay, like Elon Musk, who that's a great guy, then what are you doing on this planet? I think I have some sort of ideas about what that could be about, but I don't really have any strong ideas, a strong feeling, a strong connection to that. Ever since I was young, like 6 years old, I sort of decided, Julius Caesar, whatever else. That's me. I love that sort of stuff, and I want to build a great legacy. I want to have a family. I want to have all that sort of stuff for myself, and I don't want to be sort of traveling around and doing drugs and playing games, because it's like after a little while, right, it's all sort of the same. And it's like waking up every single day to the banality of modern life. That is like complete torture. I don't know how people do that. I mean, if, that's what would happen if I was forced to do that sort of thing. So I think life is about trying new things, being great. And I want to attract an audience of ideally young people, especially young men, okay, who I think are just sort of twisting around, twirling around, and I want to indoctrinate them with good ideas, with good things, with a positive mental attitude, because life is all suffering and pain. I honestly think if you don't have any goal in life, I truly don't really understand why you are still here, because this life is about having a goal. It's about spreading your genetic legacy and the legacy of humanity forward. It's about being an asset to your community. It's about leaving things better off than you found them. It's about you see someone with a nice penthouse and an ivory tower, and you say, hey, that's going to be my ivory tower. Or better yet, I'm going to make a new ivory tower, and it's gonna just have a pile of elephants under it. It's gonna be massive. Okay, so that's what life is really about, and I want to attract a movement of people who are interested in that sort of thing, and not interested in sort of I don't know, whatever flaky thing that people talk about in the moment. I think I'm a little bit inspired. I have been for the past year. I read some Nietzsche. I read Zarathustra, which is this really, really great book. I was never really spiritual at all before that. I was just sort of, agnostic, I just hey, you make your own goal and you get at it. But Nietzsche made me realize that it's actually really intrinsic to human nature to want to have a great legacy, to want to climb the mountain. And I've always felt like inside I'm a bit of a chained wolf, I'm just angry. I want it all, I want it, with my claws. And Nietzsche made me realize that actually that's called the will to power, and that's a real thing, and that's what drives a lot of people. You should have family, you should have community, but the will to power is really, really important. So what I'm doing right now is I just graduated from my degree. I had a lot of good internships. I got pretty good grades until I didn't care so much. I did a lot of really great extracurriculars, all that sort of stuff. But now my major goal for myself, because I had goals before, in high school. I'm going to get fit, I love how bright it is. And I got pretty fit. I achieved all my goals, got my six pack, got all that kind of stuff. And I achieved my academic goals. I achieved my career goals. But now I'm entering the stage in my life as I'm graduating now where I just want to do my own company. I really don't want to work for anybody else, and I want that to succeed. So I'm making an app right now. It helps students network and all that sort of stuff. And I'm going to just really, that process of networking out to people, especially before you know anybody, is extremely tedious and hard and not fun, but it's actually just the way humans work, completely necessary to get a job. So I want to just automate that process, solve that process for people, because there's nothing else that does it. And I want that to be the basis of my wealth going forward, to raise my family, to do all that sort of stuff. So this YouTube channel, I suppose, will sort of catalog the growth of my company and all of the sort of wild, eclectic ideas I've had over the years, because I have actually so many. I have a little blog that I write sometimes, just anonymous, just random crazy ideas. And I do enjoy that. I enjoy journaling. I have a little manifesto for myself about what I believe in. But I really enjoy, really enjoy talking to people and giving them ideas. And I feel like I can keep people engaged and interested for a long, long time. And I don't know why I've never, well, probably busy with school, but I've never actually gone out there and just made a YouTube channel. I guess I've been scared maybe. I'm just going to say something too crazy, and then people are going to be mad at me. But that's actually not how anything works. So I don't know why I thought that. And I was just inspired to make this channel because I've been thinking a lot about marketing lately and a lot about how, propaganda works and all that sort of stuff. And I want to be someone who has a signal that boosts outwards and is not just receiving signals all the time, not being programmed. I want to program more than I am being programmed. So that's probably the key motivation of this channel. And it's also just fun because I just love talking about random stuff. And at least my YouTube feed, guys, it's just filled with these people 10 minutes, okay, of they're just waffling about some random thing, and I'm watching it, I'm a sucker, right? So hopefully this provides a little bit more value than that. And yeah, that's going to be the channel.